What if I told you that the key to attracting more money is to give money? That the path to true wealth requires you to empty your wallet regularly? Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But there's an ancient people who've practiced this for over 3,000 years, and they've become one of the most prosperous communities in human history, the Jewish people. They follow a sacred commandment called Tzedakah, the act of giving at least 10% of everything they earn. And here's the thing. It's not optional. Charity. It's a spiritual law. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover the science and the spirituality behind this timeless principle, and why bringing it into your own life might just be the smartest financial decision you'll ever make. Get ready, because this will turn everything you thought you knew about money completely upside down. Welcome to 10 Minutes of Wisdom, where we explore ancient teachings that transform modern lives. I'm Francini, and today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and most misunderstood principles of Jewish prosperity: Tzedakah. If you've ever wondered how giving money can actually multiply your wealth, hit that like button and subscribe, because what you're about to hear will completely change the way you think about giving, abundance, and success. First, let's clear something up. Tzedakah is not charity. The word charity comes from the Latin caritas, meaning love or compassion, something you give when you feel generous, from the kindness of your heart. But tzedakah is something entirely different. Tzedakah comes from the Hebrew root tzedek, meaning justice or righteousness. It's not doing a favor, it's fulfilling a moral and spiritual duty. It's recognizing that what you have isn't truly yours. You're simply the temporary steward of the resources the universe has entrusted to you. In Jewish tradition, tzedakah is a mitzvah, a commandment. It's not a suggestion. It's not optional. It's an obligation. Every practicing Jew is expected to give at least 10% of their income, and ideally up to 20% to those in need. And here's the most fascinating part. Even the poor are required to give. Even if you receive help, you must still help others. Why? Because tzedakah isn't about how much you have. It's about who you are. It's about stepping into the universal flow of abundance, understanding that you're not the end point of accumulation, but a channel of circulation. Centuries ago, the great 12th century Jewish scholar Maimonides described 8 levels of tzedakah, from the lowest to the highest. And when you understand this scale, you realize how profoundly sophisticated this principle really is. Level 8, lowest. Giving reluctantly, out of guilt or pressure, with no joy in your heart. Level 7, giving less than you should, but doing so cheerfully. Level 6, giving only after being asked. Level 5, giving before anyone asks. You take the initiative. Level 4, giving when you don't know who the recipient is, but they know you. Level 3, giving when you know who they are, but they don't know you, protecting their dignity. Level 2, giving anonymously, neither the giver nor receiver knows the other. Level 1, highest, not by giving money, but by empowering self-sufficiency, offering a job, a partnership, or teaching a skill. You don't just give fish, you teach someone to fish. That's the genius of tzedakah. The goal isn't dependence, it's transformation. Now, let's understand why this works, not just spiritually, but scientifically. There are 3 universal principles at play here. The first principle, the law of circulation. Money is energy, and energy must flow. When you hold on too tightly, out of fear or greed, you block that flow. Stagnant energy decays. Just like still water, it becomes polluted. But when you allow energy to move, when you give freely and trust in the return, you keep the flow healthy and alive. Think of a river. A river that flows freely brings life, growth, and abundance to everything around it. But a lake with no outlet? It becomes a swamp. Tzedakah turns you into a river, not a stagnant lake. In the Talmud, there's a powerful line. More than the rich do for the poor, the poor do for the rich. What does it mean? It means that when you give, the receiver isn't doing you a favor. You're doing a favor to yourself, because every act of giving keeps your own financial energy in motion. Second principle, the mindset of abundance versus scarcity. When you give 10% of your income, regularly you're making a powerful declaration to the universe and to your own subconscious. I trust that there is more where this came from. I don't operate in scarcity. I operate in abundance. It's a radical act of faith. You're literally putting your money where your heart is. And what happens next? Your brain receives the message. Your mindset begins to shift. You stop clinging in fear and start flowing in confidence. That's exactly how the law of attraction works. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. If you're tight-fisted, fearful, desperate, you attract more scarcity. But if you're generous, confident, abundant, you magnetize more abundance into your life. Third principle, the boomerang effect. Every action creates a reaction. Every seed planted brings a harvest. When you give sincerely, when you plant seeds of generosity, you're setting in motion causes that will bring future effects of abundance into your life. It's not magic, it's spiritual, physics. You reap what you sow, you receive what you give. And here's the secret. You always receive multiplied. Not always from the same source, not always right away, but inevitably. Jesus taught, "Give, and it will be given to you." A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. It's no coincidence that both Judaism and Christianity teach the same principle, because this isn't religion, it's a universal law. Now, the practical side. How can you begin practicing Tzedakah, the sacred act of giving, in a way that transforms your financial life? Step 1. Decide your percentage. Tradition says 10% is the minimum. If that feels impossible, start with 3% or 5%. What matters most is that you start and stay consistent. But here's my challenge to you. If you can, go straight to 10%. It might sting at first, but soon you'll adapt, and your mind will begin to find ways to earn more. Step 2. Be systematic. Don't give what's left. Give first. Because let's be honest, there's never anything left. The moment your income arrives, immediately set aside your percentage. Pay the universe first, then pay your bills. Create a separate account, or even a physical envelope. Make it automatic. Make it sacred. Step 3. Choose causes that resonate with your heart, and give without attachment to the outcome. Don't expect a return from the person you helped. Give because it's who you are. The return will come back to you, multiplied, and in unexpected ways. Keep track of your giving, not out of pride, but awareness. Document what happens in the months that follow. New opportunities, unexpected income, doors opening seemingly out of nowhere. And I know what you might be thinking. But I can barely pay my bills. How could I possibly give 10%? Let me challenge that belief. Could it be that you can't pay your bills because you don't give? That the very block in your flow is what's creating the scarcity? Try this. For the next 90 days, give 5% of your income, consistently. Watch what happens. You might be shocked by the results. And if you're afraid of being scammed, do your part with integrity and let the universe handle the rest. Give to trusted organizations, people you know, causes you believe in. But don't let fear rob you of the spiritual wealth that generosity unlocks, because the spiritual loss of not giving is far greater than the risk of giving to the wrong person. The true meaning of tzedakah. Tzedakah isn't about doing favors for others. It's about aligning yourself with the spiritual laws of abundance. It's transforming yourself from a reservoir of accumulation into a channel of circulation. It's declaring, through action, that you trust in the infinite abundance of the universe. For thousands of years, Jewish communities have practiced this, and they are among the most prosperous people on earth. It's not luck. It's not conspiracy. It's alignment with universal principles that work for everyone. You can start today. Set aside 10% of your next income and give it to a cause that truly moves your heart. Do it for 3 consecutive months, and watch what happens. Doors will open. Opportunities will appear. Money will flow from unexpected directions, because you finally stepped into the rhythm of abundance. If this message transformed how you think about giving, like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Tell me, do you accept the challenge to start today? What percentage will you give? I want to know. And I'll personally reply to your comment. Remember, the path to receiving more is giving more. You were created to be a river, not a stagnant lake. So start the flow today. Circulate abundance, and watch the universe respond generously, beautifully, abundantly. Until next time, practice Tzedakah and prosper from the inside out.